Today is another hot one in Louisville, Kentucky. The past 3 days, the heat index has been between 105 and 110 in the general locations around town. But the record that I've seen on last night's weather broadcast was 113. The high heat index yesterday in the metro Louisville area. The dew point, I know everybody's waiting to find out about this. The dew point in Elizabethtown, just 40 miles south here, was 82 yesterday. That is, I think, I've heard conflicting reports, but that is either 1 degree or 2 degrees lower than the all-time record recorded dew point in the state of Kentucky. And you just go out and it's like being slapped with a sponge. The record low-high temperature. Did you get that one, Brian? The record high-low, I should say.
Sky high low?
No. Oh. Sky high lee and sky low low.
That's right.
But no, the record high-low temperature, the hottest it's ever been, the coldest at a particular day, was just recorded. 82 degrees was our low. And the heat index with the low, I think Thursday night, was 90 degrees. So that's how cool it got overnight. It felt like 90 degrees.
Hey, someone's calling you.
But it's Nat's Mark Weinberg from WDRB, the weather guy. He's calling to get the latest news because I've got all the scoops. I got weather radar installed in the house. Did I tell you about that?
You didn't tell me about that, no.
Well, I figured instead of watching TV all the time, because I've become a weather junkie, so I just went ahead and got the Doppler people to come over and put the weather radar in the house. And now I can watch my own. And when it changes colors, it's really cool.
I mean, you're being funny here, but I just have a serious question about this. And you kind of made a comment in the past that you do watch the Weather Channel. There are people who watch the Weather Channel all day.
Well, I don't watch the Weather Channel. I watch our weather on our local channel every chance I get.
I think the previous time I asked you, do you watch the Weather Channel? You said, yes, I watch the Weather Channel.
Well, no, I watch the weather on the channel here about my weather. I don't care what the weather is like in Dubuque.
Well, there are people that just watch the Weather Channel, the National Weather Channel, all day, and I don't understand why.
No, I don't care about that. I watch the channel with my weather on it.
Do you feel an attachment to your weatherman or weatherwoman?
Yeah, well, the weatherman. Actually, but Hannah Strong, I think she's off on maternity leave now. I thought she was just gaining weight, but it came on quickly. So it looks like it's a medical issue to me. But Mark Weinberg is the head guy. But no, Mark Weinberg and his team, you got Jude Redfield, you know, all of the Bryce, the young man. He's the junior weather forecaster on the team now. He's very young, but he's very bright. And they keep us up to date. And Mark Weinberg he does astronomical photography. He's been a storm chaser. He does all kinds of the weather and the meteorological predictions. He's a big weather nerd. We love him down here.
What do you think of the trend? And I think it started in a lot of the Latin American countries. At least I think I first saw it coming out of like Mexico and stuff.
What, weather?
No, but then we started seeing in America hiring like the really super hot weather woman in the tight outfit, and they turned it aside and their ass just sticks all the way out.
What kind of off-brand outlaw mud show TV channels are you watching up there?
Channel 11.
You'd think in New York they would have goddamn serious weather people.
No, they do, but I'm saying we don't really have it here. Like I've seen it like when I go down to Florida, like in Miami, for instance.
Well, Florida, they got to have something to take their mind off the weather down there. It fucking sucks. Everybody I want to move to Florida for the weather. Yeah, it's 100 fucking degrees 9 months out of the year, and it has a thunderstorm every day between 3 and 3:30.
But what do you think about the idea of the weather person being a gorgeous woman as opposed to, you know, the Al Roker or the Al Roker?
Al Roker?
The Al Roker or what was the other guy's name? Joe. Oh, I forget the other guy's name. It was on CBS.
Oh, what about Willard Scott?
Yeah, I was never a big Willard fan.
Well, he did weather.
He was also the first Ronald McDonald.
Well, that's because of his expanding girth from eating fucking quarter pounders. They had to work out a fucking deal with him, part barter, part fucking cash. But I don't care I don't care if it's a weatherman or a weather woman, as long as they know something about the weather. I don't know that. What was AJ Lee's famous line? Talent is not sexually transmitted. I don't know if I just want the big tatas without the fucking dew point statistics. I can see the big tatas on YouTube, and I won't die of a fucking tornado outbreak because I wasn't warned because I was staring at her fucking areolas.
No one is saying you're going to get less weather reporting due to the gorgeousness of whatever weathercaster you
Well, you're
had.
talking about having some fucking bimbo out here.
I didn't say bimbo.
Goddamn the dew point from the fucking temperature. Here and who knows how is hail going to be the size of her left breast? How is she going to report this news? I don't want to be distracted from life-saving information that I may be given by local broadcasting authorities.
What do you think about stations that do want people, obviously, to be distracted by the weather or from the weather by these women?
Well, that means they're probably some kind of cast media production and they don't know what they're doing and they've got to distract the viewers from the fact that they're giving out false information.
Ah.
See? So I'd rather have a fucking homely guy with a fucking missing tooth give me the weather than some fucking gorgeous blonde with outrageous upper frontal protuberances and fucking hindquarters that could float a battleship.
Okay, but you had no real reason for it. You just...
I want
you're prejudiced against good-looking women.
I want the information.
They shouldn't have a job, is what you're saying.
Well, if they're hired solely because of their appearance, is the point.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Well, you insinuated it. You inseminated it.
If there's 10,000 weathercasters looking for work, and out of the 10,000, equally qualified with the top weathercaster from whatever institute gives them their grades or whatever the fuck happens.
Yeah, from the American Society of Meteorological fucking hoity-toities.
That's right. If, let's say, out of 10,000...
Just make this up. Pull it out of your ass. Just completely fucking make this out of whole cloth.
Let's say a third are gorgeous, and a third will potentially be gorgeous, and a third will be in stock. Would you not hire the third that are gorgeous just because they're gorgeous?
Wait a minute. The third will be stock. Are you comparing them to cattle? These people look like cows now?
Not here, not in the New York tri-state
Why wouldn't
area.
you say a third are gorgeous, a third are average, and a third are ugly as a mud fence?
Well, there we go.
Then you've got a clear distinction. In that case, I'm going with the ugly guy. Because he needs love too. And he'll probably try harder.
Should a weathercaster have a gimmick or a personality that's over the top?
Well, yes, you got to have just like your local car dealers and your local appliance salesman, you've got to have your local wacky weatherman. So that's part of local television. There's a commercial here in town for River City Flooring, and they've got the greatest jingle. Have I sung it to you? I'd like to sing it to you again.
Okay.
River City Flooring, it's River City Flooring, beautiful, stylish flooring. They paid for that.
They paid you for that?
They paid somebody to do that.
They should just pay you.
They've been playing it for years. How long did that take to write? River City Flooring, it's River City Flooring, beautiful, stylish flooring.
How much do you think they got paid for that?
I don't know, but maybe I'm in the wrong business.
Do you get a royalty? Do you get a royalty every time that airs on local TV?
I think it's a work for hire.
Yeah.